Yo, welcome. Right, so today let's do a shop, which is basically something that's going to spice up any game, right? It's always fun when you have currency and then you go and spend your currency somewhere, right? So far, this is what we have. We have a player and a platform, right? Nothing else. The player has the platform behavior and the smooth camera, and this one has the platform and it's a tiled sprite, you know, nothing amazing. Uh, so before anything, one thing to keep in mind is measures. Measures are very important. So our squares are 96 by 96. So we make a grid at the beginning of the project. Always have some sort of idea of the measures you want to use, like the size of stuff. Oh my god, there we go. So we have our grid showing, and then I set up a grid, and it's also 96 by 96. Oh, pardon me. And I make the line black to match the background, right? And what this does is everything not smacks snaps neatly to grid like that. So it's a lot easier to like place stuff. Right. That out of the way, let's do economy. So to do economy, we need coins. So create a sprite, and we're gonna call it the coin. Need to zoom in because my ass be very bad. There we go. Coin. And don't worry, we're not going to draw anything. Right. So here's a neat little trick that you can do to like make everything neat in place. Where's the measures? Here we are. So we're going to make 64 by 64 first. You're like, oh, but you said that the squares were 96 by 96, but it's okay. Trust me on this. So we double check these, right? And we make the square 64 by 64. Press enter. Now we're going to make a color. Well, not make a color. We're going to pick a color. And we're going to make it gold, right? Select the paint bucket. Paint the whole thing. And now, check this out. To keep everything neatly sized the same, we're going to uncheck this one, the resize the content. Then we're going to choose a point where you want the resizing to start. So I want my gold coin to still be in the middle. So I'm going to select the middle one. And now, without taking that one, I'm going to change this back to 96 to 96. Press enter. There you go. So now the coin is 64 by 64, and then you have the rest, which is 96 by 96. Let's call this coin as well. Press save. And save again. And now we have a coin. So now we can drag and drop and see while it's next to our player. I'll even like copy paste the player so you can see the difference, right? So there's that neat little space. And you could have done this to like half size, right? Let me show you how. Pretty quick. So we can just reverse the whole process. Actually, since we're using a flat color, we don't need to reverse the process. We reverse the first one. So let's go 64 by 64. Press enter. Now we make the canvas smaller. We check both of them. Let's make it 32 by 32. Press enter. Now we go again. But we uncheck the bottom one. We select the middle, which is again. And we do 96 by 96. Press enter. And save. And now we have a small coin. There you go. So Now it's more like a neat little coin. And you can drag and drop and see, and it will always be neat. So like now I can go away. Now I can copy paste, copy, paste. There you go. We have 4 coins. So now we have economy, right? Now we need to pick up the coins and give us money. So to do that, we need variables. So let's go global variables. And let's create our very first variable. Add a variable. And we're going to call this gold. Oh my god. There we go. Gold. Let's call it gold coin. Why not? Gold coin. Just make sure it's different to whatever objects you have. So it's a different name from all your objects. And let's make this a number, right? Because we need numbers. So we're going to use the number. And we're going to start at 0. So when the game starts, we have no money. So gold coin, it's a number variable, starts at 0. And apply. Cool. So now we have something in the background that says that we have 0 monies. So how do we know if we have 0 monies? We're going to make add a new object. We're going to add a text, simple text. We're going to call this gold. Let's call this coins, right? To be consistent. Choose a font. Let's not. We can leave this saying text because we're going to change this. Outline, we don't need it. No shadows, we don't need any of this stuff. This is all flavor. You can change this if you want. For the size, my eyes are very bad, so I'm gonna make this very big, very, 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 very big. And the color, I'm gonna make it white so you can see against the background. And because why not? Let's make the letters chunky. Let's make it bold and brave. Right, so now we have this thing. I'm going to plop it on there in the middle. And we have a text that says text. But we don't want it to say text. We want it to say how much monies do we have, right? So let's start making events. Titled scene. What's this? At the beginning of the scene. Display authentication. Oh, I thought I'd check this out. There we go. Delete that. Add an event. And let's add one at the beginning of the scene. So as the scene starts, press OK. The action is going to be to change that text we just made. So change text, and text shows up. And which text object do we want to change? The one that says coins. And we want to set the text to, if we make it quotes and say hello, then we're going to change the text to hello. But if you don't put the quotes and we just type in something, it's going to pick a variable. So we need to make this the same as our variable, which is, what was it, gold coins? Oh, there you go. It's already starts showing up. And it even has like the 1, 2, 3 showing that it's a number variable. So gold coin. Press OK. And that's it. So at the beginning of the scene, now it's going to change that text to our gold coins. There you go, 0. Cool, right? So now we're going to learn about layers pretty quick. Because right now, this stuff is just there, right? And it's kind of lame, right? As we move, the 0 stays there. That's not right. That doesn't look very much like a UI, now does it? So we're going to go down here and we're going to add a layer. And we're going to make the layer called UI. And it's going to sit on top of the base layer. The base layer is where the game is. The background is the black stuff. And UI is where we want to put our text. So let's select the text like that. And let's just simply go here on layers. And we're going to change it to UI. Just like that. And now let's put our text somewhere more UI-ish, right? Like there in the corner. Oh, that's too much. Let's put it there. That's fine. And preview. So now the 0 is there in the corner, and as we move, the 0 stays always in the same place. Cool, right? So now we gotta pick up these coins and get money. So let's go to titled scene events, add a new layer, and not new layer, new event. Add a condition, and we want to pick up the coin when we collide with it. So collision. Object. And we want to make it so that when the player collides with the coin. Right? And okay. And the action is going to be delete the coin. Delete coin. Delete the object. Oh my God. I was getting ahead of myself. Delete the object. And the object is coin. There we go. And then, after we delete the coin, we're going to change the global variable, global number variable. You got to be specific about which kind of variable you're changing. And remember, this is a number. We want to change the number variable. Gold coin? Yes, it's already here. Gold coin. We're going to set it. We don't want to set it to a specific number. We want to add to the number that we already have. So we have 0. We want to add one more. We don't want to set it to something, right? So let's put add. And the value is how many coins do we get by picking it up. So let's make it 10. So we pick it up, we pick the coin up and it goes up by 10. Okay. So now check this out. We're going to collide with a coin. It deleted. And now we have 10 coins. But that thing still says 0. Our cointer didn't, our coin counter didn't go up, right? And we're picking up the coins. So what gives? Well, it's because every time we do it, we need to update the text. So all we need to do is copy this one up here. And then we need to delete the coin first. Then we update the variable and we give it +10. And then we update the text. Order is very important. If we do it like this, then we pick up the coin and it updates the text, which is still 0, right? So it still says 0, and then it gives you +10. So only the next time you update is it going to give you the 10, right? So we need to update first. We need to give ourselves the money first, and then we update the text. And with this, we have economy, right? We're picking it up and it's going up. Cool, right? So finally, let's get to the shop. Right. So now the shop is going to be kind of cool. Let's just save our project. Always save your project. You know, as you're working on it, you never know what could go wrong. So here, let's add a new object. Let's add a sprite. I'm going to call this sprite shop. And we're going to do, what is it? There you go. Create with Piscal. And this one, we're going to make 96 by 96. 96 by 96. And I want to resize the canvas, whatever. Canvas content. Press enter to make it 96 by 96. And now, which color do we want for the door? We have blue, we have orange. Let's make it red. You know, make it pop out. And paint bucket, make it red. Use sprite. Let's call this door. And press save. Right? Because to get to the shop, we got to go through a door, right? And drag and drop. Put it there. Now Z order. Every time you put something new onto the editor, it's gonna add one to the Z order. All right. So my player was the very first thing I put in, so his Z order is gonna be lower, right? So now he's behind the door, and we want to make him in front of the door. So select the door, and we go to Z order, and make it 0. Well, first it would be nice if we checked with the Z order of the player. Where is it? Z order. Oh, it's 1. Right. So this is fine. So it's 1 behind it, 1 in front of the door. There we go. Right. So now we got coins, we got economy, and we got a door. So now we need to get to the shop. Now let's make the shop. To do that, let's go here on the side. And let us make a new scene. Extensions, no global variables. Oh, what is it? Scenes. There we go. So untitled scene. I'm going to press the little plus, and we're going to call this scene shop. And we're going to click it. There we go. We have a new scene. Where are we at? Oh, there we go. It's right there in the corner. Make this black because I don't like bright things. Kills my eyes. And so now we have a shop. So now how do we get to the shop? Let's get that part done. Let's be done with the first scene, right? Let's do everything we need to do here. So we're going to go to the normal scene events. And we're going to add, oh, we already have one here. If the player is in collision with the shop. There you go. Press OK. Pardon me. Let's make it when the key is pressed, key pressed. And the key is going to be D because it's nice and under my fingers. So when the player is in collision with the shop, Wait, I put it up there. Let's put it on here. I'm an idiot. Uh, when the when the D key when the D key is pressed, there you go. Trigger once. Trigger one. It's already there. Key. The heck was that about? All right, trigger once, and we're gonna change. We're gonna pause the scene. Where is it? Pause and change and start a new scene. All right. So there's two kinds of changing scenes. There's one that stops the scene, which means like just delete everything, delete the scene, right? Put it to the side, and you go to the new one, which is good for like changing levels. But for going to menus and shops and all that stuff, if you want to use a different scene for the shop, we use the pause the scene. So the scene is stopped, that not stopped, like paused, nothing's happening. You change to the new scene. You do what you have to do in the new scene, like the shop. You buy things and so on, and then you go back to the previous scene. So we're gonna pause and go to the new one, and I'm gonna go to the shop and press OK. Oh my god, I was stuttering so much. Uh, Pause the scene and start shop. Okay, cool. Got this part's done for now. So now, if you go here, now we pick up the coins. We have 40 coins. Go to the shop, press D, and shebang. We're at the shop. So now we need to make the shop. Let us make the shop. Right. So how the heck do we start making a shop? Well, first things first. We make the grid. Show grid to make everything snap to grid. And we're going to make the grid, set up the grid. We're going to make the shop grid a bit smaller than the game grid. So the game is 96 by 96. We're going to make the shop 64 by 64. Because there's going to be a lot more on the shop, right? So 64 by 64. Press apply. And now it's done. So how do we start this whole shebang? Well, let's make some items to buy. Add a new object. We're gonna add a new sprite. And we're just gonna call this one red. And I always forget it's down here. Create with Biscuit. Remember using 64 by 64, so 64. Press enter. And color. And red. Color picker. Not paint bucket. That's what I meant. And just press save. This has exactly no bearing. Let's press OK. So this is our item. This is the item we came to the shop to buy. I'm trying to see if I can spot the line. Where is the line? Ah, there it is. I was having such a hard time spotting the line. Right, so let's make it there. That's gonna be one item. I'm gonna copy paste. That's gonna be another item. Let's make this easier. We don't need to make so many examples. So let's make one item there, one item there, and one item there. All right, so these are our items, what we came to buy. Now they need values. So we're gonna add a new object, and we're gonna add text. and text. And I'm going to call this item 1. Let's make it like, I don't know, 36 size. And let's say costs 2. Oh yeah, and we need to make this white. There you go. Color white. Press apply. And now we have a value. I'm going to put it there. Ooh, that is tiny. I cannot read that. That is too small. Let's make it 46. And let's make it bold. Apply. There you go. That's much better. There you go. It's actually readable. So if we press preview, yep, that's okay. That is good enough for an example. Right. So now each of these need a value. So we're gonna copy paste the text. And you're like, but you can change stuff with events, and you only need one object. Yeah, don't be. You don't want to do the work here by making the different objects. You're gonna do the work by making the events. It's always ends up the same. The only difference is this way you don't need to add extra events, which is gonna impact your performance of the game. So this is a much better way to go about it. So we're gonna make this item 2. Let's put it there. Item 3. Let's put it there. Item 4 goes there, and item 5 goes there. Right. So now let's make this one cost 3, right? Where's the OK button? In case this is your first video, I am literally blind, like legally blind. So that's why I have such a hard time seeing certain things. In case you didn't know, I say this pretty much every game, every video. I'm just starting to repeat myself at this point. But I also realized that it could be the first time someone's watching one of these videos and they're like, why the heck does he take so long to do things? Why does he need a magnifying glass? Is his eyes broken? Yes, they are broken. They're very broken. In the last one, we're going to change to exit because we need to leave the shop at some point. Right? So there you go. We have a shop. We have items. We have values. We have an exit. How does this work? How do we make this work? Don't worry. I got you. So now we're going to need slots and a cursor. So we're going to add a new object. Gonna add sprite. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to call this slot 1. You can call this anything you want. We're not going to see this in game. This is just so we can like make stuff happen. And again, measures are important. Sizes, so 64 by 64. Press enter. I'm gonna go to the colors. I'm gonna make this blue. Just so it makes a difference. And then pink bucket. Use save. There you go. You know the whole shebang by now. The whole shebang bang. Press OK. And we're gonna add slot 1 to there. Actually, we're gonna put it there. This will make sense. Trust me. So now we need the same as before. We need 5 slots. So we're going to duplicate these. Duplicate. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Cool. All right. So number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Now we need one more thing. We're going to, again, add a new object. Do a sprite. I'm going to call this one cursor. Not cursor. Cursor. And again, we're going to make it with Piscal. And you guessed it. 64 by 64. Where is it? There we go. Yeah. I mean, if you're like, man, this is getting too long. Why is this take so long? Why? I thought you said quick. Well, this is quick. This stuff just takes a long time. And you can't have nice things and not expect to do the work, right? So yeah, we got the cursor now. And we're just going to press apply. There we go. We have the cursor. So now we have all of this stuffs. Do you need to put the cursor on there? We could. Yeah, let's do it. You don't have to. You can just create it with events, but let's put the cursor right there. So it'll be okay. Right. So preview. Still have all of this shebang. Nothing's working, right? So now, let's do shop events. And let's start doing events. So first things first, at the beginning of the scene. At the beginning of the scene. At the beginning of the scene, let's do a few things. First things first, let's get rid of the slots. So hide. We're going to hide object slot 1 and press OK. Then we're going to copy paste and change this to slot 2. Copy paste slot 3. Copy paste slot 4. Copy paste slot 5. Press it. Press preview. Now it's gone. Cool. Now, we need to know just how much money do we have, right? We're missing that part. So to do that, let's go back to this one. And we're going to make the text a global, where is he? There we go. Oh, it's coins. There we go. Gonna make coins into a global object. Can I not make text global? Really? You're sure? Or is it because I had that? There we go. Okay, there you go. We need to open that thing first. Okay, so now coins are global, which means we can use the same object on the shop. If we open this, ta-da, there's the coins. So we're just going to grab it, put it here. So we know how many coins we have. And we don't need to put it on the UI because this is basically a UI, right? And shop events. And at the beginning of the scene, you're going to change text. Change text. Text. What was it? Coins? Coins. And we're going to set it to the global variable gold coin. Cool. Okay. Let's see if the whole shebang's working. Let's go here. Gonna start our game. Pick out the coins. We have 40 coins. Let's go here to the shop. And there it is, 40 coins. All right. Let's keep working on our shop. Now we need to make it so that the cursor moves. So we have at the beginning of the scene. Let's add a new event. And the new event is key pressed. Key pressed. Let's say down. And I'm gonna copy paste this. I'm gonna change it to up. And now when we press, let's make it trigger once as well. Just so it doesn't happen a million times. So trigger once. Press OK. Copy paste. Right there. Now, so when down is pressed, we're gonna position. So we're gonna change the position of the object cursor. And we're gonna set the X to, so we press down. So the X is the same. So the X is left and right. So we don't want it to go left and right. So this one stays at cursor dot X, open and close parentheses. And then the Y, which is up and down, we're going to change to cursor dot Y, open and close. And now we press down. So we want to go to the next one. This is where measures are important, because the grid is 64 by 64. So if you do plus 64, now it's going to go down one square, which is not enough to get to the next slot, right? But I'll show you. So if I press down, look at that. It actually moved. But we need to go twice the distance. So, so. Where is it? Y plus 64. How much is 64 times plus 64? 128, right? 128. And then we're gonna copy paste this, put it down here, and if you press up, so plus numbers make it go down, minus numbers make it go up. So we're gonna change the plus for a minus. And we're gonna preview. If I press down, cool. And it keeps on going. If I press up, right. Cool, right? So now we can make it go like that. So how do we make this go from here to there? Well, we do the same thing with the X. So this is 64. So 28. So 128, 256. Oh God, 256. Then let's do like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we need to go 7. I'm just gonna make the computer do the math for me, and I'll show you how. uh, Copy paste, and now let's do right. When the right key is pressed, we're gonna change. I'm gonna take the 128 away because I don't want it to go up and down. We want it to go left or right. So with the X is plus numbers makes it go right, minus numbers makes it go left. So we're gonna do plus 64. Wait, I'm gonna open parenthesis. 64 times 7 and close. Why do the math when you can make the computer do the math for you? So now if I press left, perfect. If I press again, it's gonna go another plus 7 times 7. So now we're gonna duplicate that one and we gotta make it left. And now this one is gonna be minus. So just like the other one, we do the opposite. So minus that number. I'm gonna preview. If I press left or right, goes there. If I press left, perfect. So now our cursor moves. Cool beans, right? So how do you lock the cursor so it doesn't look so scuffed, right? So how do you make it so it doesn't go past that certain thing? Well, to do that, I'm not going to do it for all of them because this video is already getting long, but I'll show you how to do the first one and then you can do the rest. It's quite simple. You don't want the cursor to go from there to there or here to here, right? So you just need to tell it not to go past this specific position. So for example, I'm going to zoom in and let's look at the square. So right now it's at X 320 and X is left and right, right? So X 320 and Y 128. So let's do the Y first. So Y 128. And remember, minus goes up. So if I go up, 64. If I go down, the Y goes up, right? 196, 192, right? So 128 is the Y, 128. Let's see if I remember. Now for the up, we're going to add a position. Let's do Y position for the up. Y position. Oh, no. Yeah, it's for the up. It's for the up. The object cursor. And the Y is if the cursor, no, if it's less, wait, less is up, more is down. If it's more, if it's greater or equal to, sorry, my brain is still too early for this stuff. To cursor, Y, open and close. No, if it's, sorry, we just put the number here, 128. There we go. So if it's greater than 128, greater or equal. So if the y of the cursor is 128, or if it's greater, right, if it's lower, then this action will go through. But if it's higher, it won't. And actually, this is still going to be scuffed because I think we need to do something. All right, so if I press down, if I press up, yeah, it goes one more and then it stops there. So if I keep pressing, nothing happens. So how do we do this? Oh, we go up one more. That's how we do it. We do if it's greater than 129, I think. Right, it's something like that. Yeah, there we go. We go up one more. So now it gets there and I keep pressing the button and it doesn't go up. So you go up one, right? Just experiment with this, right? And this is how you do it. And you do the same thing for the X and same thing for the Y, right? You see what measure that is. For example, I'll go here. I'll grab my cursor and I'll put it there. And then I'll check, okay, what's the X position? So 768. And then you go to here and 768 left. So X position, X position 768, right? Of cursor 768. Let me just put it down before I forget. 768. So I think we go up one. And if it's less or equal to, then 769. Does it work? I think that's how it is. No, because it is less. Yeah. Wait, it happened twice there. Why did it happen twice? Did I put it on the wrong one? God dang it. Put it on the left. It's supposed to be on the right. Uh, I'm an idiot. Where's the right button? There you go. It's supposed to be on this one. Does it work? Okay, no. Is it the opposite? I need to make it 767. There we go. Yeah, it's the opposite. So now it's locked to up and to the right. So you do the same thing for the left and for the down, right? And that's how you do the whole locking thing. So it doesn't go past that. Anyways, let's move on. This is getting long. How do you buy stuff? That's easy. Now we check for the collision. We're gonna add one. And I'm gonna make it so collision. Let's just put collision. 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 Now if the cursor is in collision with slot 1, press OK. Trigger once. Let's copy paste this. Let's copy paste the key. Copy paste there. And we're going to change the key to like space. All right, so the space key. So if it's in collision with slot 1 and we press the space key, trigger only once. So it only happens once when you press the button. We're going to change the global number variable And the variable is coins or gold coin. Gold coin. There we go. Gold coin. That's where we keep all our money. So we're paying, right? So we're gonna subtract because that's what happens when you go to the shop, right? You go like coffee, please, and they're like $1, and then you subtract $1 from your wallet and you give it to the cashier, right? So subtract, and how much was it? Two, the first one, and we do that, and then to make it so that it shows up on our counter, we need to update the text again. And remember, we update the text after we change the variable. So go here, and we have 0 coins. So nothing happens. So two things. Let's change our cursor back to the start. Grab cursor. Let's put him back there. And let's begin the game here. So we pick up the coins. We got 10, got 20, 30, 40. Let's go to the shop and spend some money. Press D. Okay, which one of these items do I want? Oh, I got a lot of money, but no, I want this one. I got two. So I'm going to press space. And look at that, 38. We just bought something. I'm going to press it again and again. And I'm going to buy everything. And then if you keep buying after 0, -2. So, uh-oh. We're going to go in debt. You can't go in debt. Debt is very bad. You don't want to do that. So that's the shop working. But how do we not go in debt? It's quite easy. We're going to add another condition. Global number variable and gold coin, which is the one we've been working on. Now, we only want to be able to buy if our money is greater than 2, right? Because the price, oh no, if it's greater or equal, there you go. If it's greater or equal to 2. The price is 2, and if we have 2 monies, we can buy it. If we don't have 2 monies, we don't buy it. Simple as that. Now, we don't go into debt. So, now you do the exact same thing for all the other ones. I'm just going to do for one more, because you already got the idea, right? So this one is slot 3, slot 2, slot 2, and it costs 3 monies, right? So shop events. We copy paste this. We change slot 1 to slot 2. Pardon me. And we change the price from subtracting 2 to subtracting 3, because it costs 3. And we change this one from you need at least 3 monies to be able to buy it. If you don't have 3, you don't buy it. Right? So now, again, let's start from the beginning. Let's grab some monies. Got 30. Let's go to the shop. Now let's buy this one. That's 2. If we buy this one, that's 3. There you go. It's working. And then you do the same for this and this. Right? So the last thing to do is to get out of the shop. And also, so this is, I'm just doing simple maths, right? With this. But this is where you add buying the things. So you subtract the money, and then you'd have a different variable, right? So that goes like, change the variable, I don't know, apples. And then you add 1, right? And then we put this here. So then So what happened was you'd pay the two monies, the two gold coins. We would update the text to change the new value, and we change the global variable that says how many apples you have, and we add one. So that way you've bought the apples. You've bought one apple, right? Uh, could even do that example, but you get the idea, right? So more importantly, we need to get out of the shop, right? Because we don't want to stay in the shop too long, because then all our monies goes away. So we're gonna add a new condition. Actually, no. We're gonna do exactly the same as these ones. So we're gonna copy this, and the only difference is gonna be if it's in collision with slot 5, which is the one that says exit. We don't need this one because we're not buying anything, so we delete that one. And we don't need these because we're not buying, right? So all we do is change. Let's just put change scene because I don't remember which one's called change scene. What's the name of it? Change the scene. That's not the one we want. We want the return to the scene. There we go. Stop and go back to previous scene. So this one will return you to outside the door, and it's going to resume the scene that you were in before. So it's the one with the arrow pointing down. So you want the to go to the shop is the arrow pointing up, and to exit the shop is the arrow pointing down. And there's nothing else to put on this one. You're just gonna press OK. And now we do the whole thing. Pick up monies. Go to the shop. Oh, what to buy? What do I buy? What do I buy? I'm gonna going to get some of these, more of these. Oh, okay, I don't want to spend all my money. So now I press exit, go to the exit, press space, and ta-da! We're back. And that's how you do a simple shop. Oh, this one didn't update. So how do we make that one update? It's easy. We go to this. We're going to copy paste this one. And we're going to change the at the start the scene. And we're going to make one that's called scene just resumed or something like that. Scene resume. To begin the scene now. Scene has just resumed. There we go. Press OK. And now it works. Need monies. Let's get money. Go to the shop. Buy things. There you go. Spend money. More money. Down to 17. Let's get out. There you go. 17. Oh, and now let's pick up the rest. 27. Let's go back to the shop. And let's spend some more. Oh, it's the wrong button I'm pressing. All right, so down to 12. We exit, and it's 12. There you go. That's how you do a shop. Now you can do the apples thing to show up the number of the apples, but it's the exact same thing as the coins. So if you understand how this works, you can understand how to show up the stuff that you bought. But this is the basics. So this is how you make a shop. This is how you do currency. This is how you do menus. You can do menus like this, right? So instead of, because this is basically a menu, right? So this is a shop because you're buying stuff, it's value. But this is essentially menuing, right? Because we get here to the exit, we press the button and we exit. So this is how you do my shops, my menus, this kind of stuff. You can do something else, which is you can give this the platformer or the let's see. Let's see if this works. Right. This is just an alternative for, the sake of fun or of having fun. But it's you added a behavior and you put the behavior. I think it's top down. Um, Top down. Where is it? Top down multi touch. Top down movement. I think it's this one. Why is there so many? Is there a top down character? No. Platformer character. Top down movement. Ba 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 ba. Wait, what the heck? It was here before, and now it's gone. Oh my god, this video is getting way too long. Why am I messing around with this? I thought it was gonna be faster. What? Why? Wasn't it called movement, or did I misspell movement? Movement? No. It was there a second ago, right? Top down, multi-touch, movement. Yeah, I spelled it right, right? Animator. Uh. Oh, there you go. Let's just put this. See what happens. Default controls. Yes. I never used this extension, so. Okay. That's not working. All right. Because we need to get rid of the other one. This obviously don't do it like this. This is just for the sake of fun. Let me disable these. Wait, am I disabling the wrong ones? God dang it. Am I disabling the buying ones? I don't want to disable the buying ones. Left keys pressed. I'm gonna disable that one. I'm gonna keep that one. Disable that. Down. Yeah, down, up, left, and right. That's the ones I got rid of, right? There you go. So now we can do it like this to buy things, or you could go here and you can buy some stuff there, or you could go here and buy some stuff there. And then when you're done with it, you just go to the shop and you wait, why is this not working? Did I break this? Oh, it's because there was no scene to return to. Okay, so we need to start here. So we pick up our stuff, and then we spend money, then we go down here, and then we're like, we spend some more money, and then we go here and all that stuff. And then we go there and we exit, right? Don't do it like that. That was just to have a bit of fun at the end. Do it the proper way, which is the way I made it. Right? But anyways, so that was it. This is getting too long. I'm dragging on. And as per usual, people are gonna see the size of the video and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, the video is too long. I don't want to watch a long video." Well, if you want to do stuff, it's gonna take time, right? Things take time. They don't just happen in 2 seconds. You don't just go, "Oh yeah, just copy this quick event and everything's done." Nope. If you want to make a cool game with cool stuff, you need to dedicate the time for it. Yes, get rid of that thing. Right. Did I put it back? Is everything working now? Yes. There you go. Okay. I'm going to call it there. We have the game, we have economy, we have a shop, we have layers, we have cool stuff like that. There you go. I hope you learned something. I'll catch you guys next video. Let me know, leave a like if you liked, subscribe. Let me know what else you'd like to learn or what kind of cool examples would you like to see, that kind of stuff. Right. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next video. Peace out.